There is nothing more important to true growth than realizing that you are not the voice of the mind. You are the one who hears it. If you don't understand this, you will try to figure out which of the many things the voice says is really you. People go through many changes in the name of trying to find myself. They want to discover which of these voices, which of these aspects of their personalities is who they really are. The answer is simply none of them. The answer is simply none of them. Billions of things are going on in this world. You can think about it all you want, but life is still going to keep happening. In fact, your thoughts have far less impact on this world than you would like to think. If you're willing to be objective and watch all your thoughts, you will see that the vast majority of them have no relevance. They have no effect on anything or anybody except you. Your mind only affects you. Oh my god. I need a highlighter. Hold on. I gotta go find me a highlighter, y'all. Good morning. It is currently January the 27th. It's 11:37 in the morning. And I am coming to y'all because I am about to read my book. And like I told y'all in my other video, I'm starting over because I never took notes on the first chapter. And I am going to read my book. I'm gonna let y'all hear a little bit of me reading it. And then I'm gonna read it off camera and then come back and tell y'all the notes. That's really what I'm gonna do. Cause I need to read, like, I need to change my mind right now. I've been crying. I'm not be trying to cry, and I'm definitely not crying on camera. But I've been crying, and I'm trying to like just get my mind off of things, really. So I'm gonna read. What better way to get your mind off things other than reading? So yeah. And then later I'm gonna do some business things after I read. I'm gonna do some business things. Um. So yeah. So we're starting to read our book, and I have read this chapter before, so I might read it faster. The Untethered Soul. The Untethered Soul is what we're reading. I had to fix it. The Untethered Soul is what we're reading. It's a so on the front it's by Michael A. Singer. Y'all, I love books. Don't get me wrong. So I'm probably gonna order like two more, but I got some downstairs. But I want to read like I want to order like two more before the day's over with, because I just think reading is gonna help me like mentally, and I have to find some more books to read. So, but anyways, so this book is called The Untethered Soul: The Journey Beyond Yourself by Michael A. Singer. It says on the front, it says, read this book carefully and you will get more than a glimpse of eternity. So, when you open it, it got a contents. So, it got parts. So, it got part 1 through part 5. So, part 1 is Awakening Consciousness. Awakening Consciousness. So, the first chapter is called The Voice in Your Head. I read the introduction. I'm gonna say, do y'all want me to read the introduction? Like, but y'all can't talk back to me, so we're gonna read the introduction. So it says, this above all, to thine own self be true, and it must follow as the night the day. Thou canst not then be false to any man. That's a quote from William Shakespeare. Shakespeare's age-honored words spoken by Polonius to his son, I don't know how to say this, Laterus, in Act 1 of Hamlet, sound so clear and unambiguous. They tell us that to maintain honest relations with others, we must first be true to ourselves. Yet, if Lazarus were to be totally honest with himself, he would realize that his father may as well have told him to catch the wind. After all, to which self are we to be true? Is it the one that shows up when we're in a bad mood, or the one that is present when we feel humbled by our own mistakes? Is it the one who speaks from dark recesses of the heart when we're depressed or upset, or the one that appears during those fleeting moments when life seems so fanciful and light? From these questions, we see that the concept of self may turn out to be a bit more elusive than initially presumed. Perhaps if Lazarus could have turned to traditional psychology, it would have shed some light on the subject. Fred, the father of psychology, divided the fist into three parts: the id, the ego, and the superego. He saw the id as our primary animal nature and superego as the judgment system that society has instilled within us, and the ego as our representative to the outside world that struggles to maintain a balance between the other two powerful forces. But this certainly wouldn't have helped young Lazarus. After all, to which of these conflicting forces are we to be true? Again, we see that things are not always as simple as they seem. If we dare to look past the surface of the term self, questions arise that many people would rather not ask. Are the many aspects of my being all equally part of myself, or is there only one of me? And if so, which were, how, and why? In the following chapters, we will undertake a journey of exploration of self, but we will not do so in a traditional manner. We will neither call upon the experts in psychology nor upon great philosophers. We will not argue and choose between time honored religious views or resort to statistically supported surveys of people's opinions. We will instead turn to a single source that has phenomenal direct knowledge on the subject. We will turn to one expert who, for every moment of every day of their life, has been collecting the data necessary to finally put this great inquiry to rest. And that expert is you. But before you get too excited or decided that you're not up to the task, first be clear that we're not after your views or opinions on the subject. Neither are we interested in what books you have read, classes you have taken, nor seminars you have attended. We are only interested in your intuitive experience of what it is like to be you. We are not looking for your knowledge. We are not seeking your direct experience. You see, you can't fail at this because yourself is what you are at all times and all places. We simply need to sort it out. After all, it can get quite confusing in there. The chapters of this book are nothing but mirrors for seeing yourself from different angles. And though the journey we are about to embark on is an inner one, it will draw upon every aspect of your life. The only requirement asked of you is the willingness to honestly look at yourself in the most natural, intuitive manner. Remember, if we are seeking the root of self, what we are actually seeking is you. As you read through these pages, you will find that you know much more than you thought you did about some very deep subjects. The fact is, you already know how to find yourself. You have just gotten distracted and disoriented. Once refocused, you will realize that you not only have the ability to find yourself, you have the ability to free yourself. Whether you choose to do so or not is entirely up to you, but upon completion of this journey through these chapters, there will be no more confusion, no more lack of empowerment, and no more blaming others. You will know exactly what must be done, and you should choose to devote yourself to the ongoing journey of self-realization. You will develop a tremendous sense of respect for who you really are. It is only then that you will come to appreciate the full depth of meaning in the advice, this above all, to thine own self be true. That's a great introduction to the book. I honestly never read the introduction to this book, y'all. I skipped it, which is crazy. That's my first time reading the introduction, and ate. That ate down. Okay. So it says chapter one. Chapter one is the voice inside your head. The voice inside your head. Shoot, I can't remember her name. What is her name? Darn, here she comes. What is it? Sally? Sue? She just told me yesterday, what's the matter with me? This is going to be embarrassing. In case you haven't noticed, you have a mental dialogue going on inside your head that never stops. It just keeps going and going. Have you ever wondered why it talks in there? How does it decide what to say and when to say it? How much of what it says turns out to be true? How much of what it says is even important? And if right now you are hearing, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have any voice inside my head. That's the voice we're talking about. If you're smart, you'll take the time to step back, examine this voice, and get to know it better. The problem is you're too close to be objective. You have to step way back and watch it converse. While you're driving, you hear internal conversations like, wasn't I supposed to call Fred? I should have. Oh my God, I can't believe I forgot. He's going to be so mad. He may never talk to me again. Maybe I should stop and call him right now. No, I don't want to stop the car right now. Notice that the voice takes both sides of the conversation and doesn't care which side it takes. It just as long as it gets to keep on talking. When you're tired and trying to sleep, it's the voice inside your head that says, "What am I doing? I can't go to sleep yet. I forgot to call Fred. I remember in the car, but I didn't call. If I don't call now, oh wait, it's too late. I shouldn't call him now. I don't even know why I thought about it. I need to fall asleep. Oh shoot, now I can't fall asleep. I'm not tired anymore, but I have a big day tomorrow. I have to get up early." No wonder you can't sleep. Why do you even tolerate the voice talking to you all the time? Even if what it's saying is soothing and nice, it's still disturbing everything you're doing. If you spend some time observing the mental voice, the first thing you will notice that it never shuts up. When left to its own, it just talks. Imagine if you were to see someone walking around constantly talking to himself, you'd think he was strange. You wonder if he's the one who's talking or he's the one who's listening. He obviously knows what's going to be said before he says. So what's the point? The same is true for the voice inside your head. Why is it talking? It's who's talking and it's who's listening. And when the voice argues with itself, who is it arguing with? Who could possibly win? It gets very confusing. Just listen. I think I should get married. No, you know you're not ready. You'll be sorry, but I love him. Oh, come on. You felt that way about Tom. What if he had married him? If you watch carefully, you'll see that it's just trying to find a comfortable place to rest. It will change sides in a moment, if that seems to help, and it doesn't even quiet down when it finds out that it's wrong. It simply adjusts its viewpoint and keeps on going. If you pay attention, these mental patterns will become obvious to you. It's actually a shocking realization when you first notice that your mind is constantly talking. You might even try to yell at it feeble attempt to shut it up. But then you realize that's the voice yelling at the voice. Shut up, I want to go to sleep. Why do you have to talk all the time? Obviously, you can't shut it up that way. The best way to free yourself from this insistent chatter is to step back and view it objectively. Just view the voice as vocalizing mechanism that is capable of making it appear like someone is in there talking to you. Don't think about it, just notice it. No matter what the voice saying, it's all the time. It doesn't matter if it's saying nice things or mean things, worldly things or spiritual things. It doesn't matter because it's still a voice talking inside your head. In fact, the only way to get your distance from the voice is to stop differentiating what it's saying. Stop feeling that one thing it says is you and the other thing it says is not you. If you're hearing it talk, it's obviously not you. You are the one who hears the voice. You are the one who noticed that it's talking. You do hear it when it talks, don't you? Make it say hello right now. Say it over and over a few times. Now shout it inside. Can you hear yourself saying hello inside? Of course you can. There's a voice talking that in there is I can't read. And there is you who notices the voice talking. The problem is that it's easy to notice the voice saying hello, but it's difficult to see that no matter what the voice says, it is still your voice talking and you listening. There is absolutely nothing the voice can say that is more you than anything else it says. Suppose you were looking at three objects: a flower pot, a photograph, and a book, and were then asked which of these objects is you, you'd say none of them. I'm the one who's looking at what you're putting in front of me. It doesn't matter what you put in front of me, it's always going to be me looking at it. You see, it's an act of a subject. It's crazy. I cut the camera off when I just said I need a highlighter because that is insane. Let me read this to y'all. Let me read what this says to y'all. It says, people go through so many changes in the name of trying to find them. Oh, wait. People go through so many changes. Okay, let's read the whole paragraph. There is nothing more important to true growth than realizing that you are not the voice of the mind. You are the one who hears it. If you don't understand this, you will try to figure out which of the many things the voice says is really you. People go through many changes in the name of trying to find myself. They want to discover which of these voices, which of these aspects of their personalities is who they really are. The answer is simply none of them. The answer is simply none of them. If you watch objectivity, if you watch it objectively, I can't say the word. If you watch it objectively, you will objectively. Why I can't say that word? If you watch it if you watch it objective, I don't know. You will come to see that much of what the voice says is meaningless. Most of talking is just a waste of time and energy. The truth is what most of life will unfold in accordance with forces far outside of your control, regardless of what your mind says about it. It's like sitting down at night and deciding whether you want the sun to come up in the morning. The bottom line is the sun will come up and the sun will go down. Billions of things are going on in this world. You can think about it all you want, but life is still going to keep happening. In fact, your thoughts have far less impact on this world than you would like to think. If you're willing to be objective and watch all your thoughts, you will see that the vast majority of them have no relevance. They have no effect on anything or anybody except you. Your mind only affects you. Oh my god. I need a highlighter. Hold on. I gotta go find me a highlighter, y'all. I think I got some on my table. Cause hold on. Yeah, let's keep reading. I found my highlighter. I'm doing pink. Because where I stop at? Except you. They are simply making you feel better or worse about what is going on, what has gone on in the past, or what might go on in the future. If you spend your time hoping that it doesn't rain tomorrow, you are wasting your time. Your thoughts don't change to rain. You will someday come to see that there is no use for an insistent internal chatter, and there is no reason to constantly attempt to figure everything out. Eventually, you will see that the real cause of the problem is not life itself, it's the commotion the mind makes about life that really causes problems. Eventually. Oh shoot. I'm getting highlight today. Okay, hold on. Now that raises a serious question. If so much of what the voice says is meaningless and unnecessary, then why does it even exist? The secret to answering this question lies in understanding why it says what it says when it says it. For example, in some cases, the mental voice talks for the same reason that a tea kettle whistles. That is, there's a buildup of energy inside that needs to be released. If you watch objectively, oh, I said it. If you watch objectively, you will see that when there's a buildup of nervous, fearful, or desire based energies inside, the voice becomes extremely active. That is easy to see when you are angry with someone and you feel like telling them off. Just watch how many times the inner voice tells them off before you even see them. When energy builds up inside, you want to do something about it. The voice talks because you're not okay inside, and talking releases energy. You will notice, however, that even when you're not particularly bothered by something, it still talks. When you're walking down the street, it says something like, "Look at the dog, it's a Labrador. Hey, there's another dog in that car. He looks like my first dog, Shadow. Whoa, there's an Oldsmobile. It got Alaska plates. You don't see many of those down here." It is actually narrating the world for you. Well, why do you need this? You already see what's happening outside. How does it help to repeat yourself through the mental voice? You should examine this very closely with a simple glance. You instantly take the tremendous detail of whatever you're looking at, and if you see a tree, you effortlessly see the branches, the leaves, and the flower buds. Why? Then do you have to verbalize what you have already seen? What you'll see is, if you study this carefully, is that the narration makes you feel more comfortable with the world around you. Is that narration makes you feel more comfortable with the world around you. Like backseat driving, it makes you feel as though things are more in your control You actually feel like you have some relationship with them. A tree is no longer just a tree in the world that has nothing to do with you. It's a tree that you saw, labeled, and judged. By verbalizing it mentally, you brought that initial direct experience of the world into the realm of your thoughts. There, it becomes integrated with your other thoughts, such as those making up your value system and historical experiences. Okay, y'all, I'll be back once I finish this chapter. But the chapter really almost over because this is the last page. So, okay, y'all, I'm back. I finished the chapter. Um, yeah, so I read to y'all the other pages. So I'm gonna read the highlighted parts and then I'm gonna end the video. I'm gonna read the highlighted parts that I highlighted in the book. And so y'all don't mind, y'all see the pink highlights. But okay, so the first one is the outside world marches to its own laws. When the voice narrates the outside world to you, those thoughts are now side by side in parity with all your other thoughts. All these thoughts intermixing actually influence your experience of the world around you because everybody be in their thoughts. Like, we can all see the same thing and we all think something different. Or that's just like what I was telling y'all in my other video. Like, well, no, I wasn't telling y'all in my other video, but it's just like you could say something to somebody or like make a comment to somebody and they take it a whole other completely different way because of their thoughts. Like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, and then it says you recreate the world within your mind because you can control your mind, whereas you can't control the world. So, like in the other part I was reading when it was saying like a little like our mind literally has nothing to do with the world. Like we are the reason that we are the way we are. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then it says you use it as a protection mechanism. So like the voices in our head, we use it as a protection mechanism, a form of defense. Ultimately, it makes you feel more secure. So us talking to ourselves and narrating the world is making us as a person feel more secure. And true personal growth is about transcending the part of you that is not okay and needs protection. So for us to grow personally, like actually have personal growth, we have to be vulnerable and have to let that voice go in our mind of telling us, okay, what if we scared? Like, what if I'm scared to do this? Or what if I'm scared to do that? Or this might happen, or this might happen. Like, we have to let it go. It is a doorway to depths of your being. It is, if used properly, the same mental voice that has been a source of worry, distraction, and general I'll be saying neurosis, but it's neurosis. If used properly, the same mental voice that has been a source of worry, distraction, and general neurosis can become the launching ground for true spiritual awakening. But that's chapter 1, y'all. So chapter 1 is called The Voice Inside Your Head. So now I'm going to read chapter 2. But I'm going to do that in another video. So this is the end of chapter 1, reading The Untethered Soul. And I'm just taking y'all on the journey of personal growth with me, y'all. Because, like, I like to read. You see how many words I done learned? Hold on. So, I can't say the word. Objectively. 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 Neurosis. What other word have I just... I thought it was another word, y'all. It was another word. Tremendous. I don't know that word. I'm trying to think. I don't know. But, you know, reading gets you more words in your vocabulary. But I'm going to read The Inner Roommate. And I'm going to put that in another video. I might still be looking like this when I read that part. But yeah, see y'all in my next video. Make sure you give the video a big thumbs up. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. And bye.